Okay, dudes, so we are now this far. We now are going to do everything under the body. So this requires a little bit of airbrushing again. Now, remember I said to you when we did the gray that I like to do the dark and then do the fading. Now, just to keep everybody happy, I'm going to do it the other way around on the dirt. I'm going to use two browns. The one is basically slightly redder than burnt umber. This is a green stuff called bee steel brown. It is a very brown, a lighter brown, reddish brown almost. So, right, careful with the trigger, sitting on 0.8 bar. And now, on the bogies, you need the color on the bogies, and you need the color underneath the body, on the tubs here, on the chutes. Now, your eye tells you that that needs to be shade, that it needs to be darker than the rest. And on the prototype, because it moves past you, you normally don't pick that up. But this is a model. So give your eye what it wants. So underneath there, we will go with a completely different color setup to the top. And we just... We just give it what it wants. So we go in with our reddish brown. We do the bogies as well. Remember, a bogie was a thing that was working. This was in the dirt all the time. Alright, so you just give it a light little dusting with this brown. I will show you now what I do with the rest of it. Just to give it a slight little color differentiation from the grey. But don't go too crazy. Just give it a slight dusting like that. Alright, we go other side. We do the same. And we spray the light color at the top of the top half or 3/4 of the bogie. All right. Okay. Leave a little bit there. And then underneath, we can go slightly heavier. Doesn't really matter. To give it a little bit of contrast. Now you see, immediately with a brown underneath that's different to any other color on this wagon this far, we are creating a contrast under the wagon that gives you the sort of thing that your eye wants. Just that shade, different brown to the rest. All right. Okay. Now you've got to check everywhere where there would be dirt accumulating from road spray. All right, so on the pilot, well, not the pilot, the bulkhead here. Just give it a light dusting there, there. Don't go too crazy. Easy on the trigger. Dusting. Here where we have 0, just to connect in with the one at the back. You just go slightly like that. See, we're over here now, no? So, slightly. Okay. Now we've done the bottom bit there in that color. It's road grime. So what actually is going to happen, that stuff will go past and just do a little layer at the bottom. So very, very easily, very, very light, far away, just the bottom little bit there. Just give it a slight little, you must almost not see it. Discoloration like that. That was too much, but okay, that'll go slightly away. Just blend it. Okay. That sort of thing. So you just see, it's just wash coming up from the bottom, which gives this whole brown thing here slight contrast. We're not done. We will right now there on top of the air tanks, you do the same. Give it a slight splatter of brown. I will show you now how we enhance that. The problem with brown is it's a very one-dimensional color. So it is best on all browns to combine it with another brown, because that will only just give you a much better result. I'll show you now Now you've got to be careful with brown, eh? Once you hit the brown, then you are going very dirty. Okay, so you see the splash there would be much more than there. So at the top we just go very much light, very much just a dusting, like such. Okay, so we got our little bit of over. That's it. So don't waste somewhere with thinner and all. Just chuck it in back into the little container. Now, the second step. You know what we didn't do? Oh no, we did. You've got a very one-dimensional brown layer now there. Okay, so clean the brush, just brush it through there. It's not necessary for a complete brush clean. I just press my fingers in there. That's why my hands and my clothes always look like they do. A little bit of paint that's left in there is fine, because we're going to go with a darker color. Now, this is almost a rust brown, very deep shadow rusty choco brown. This is chocolate brown. It's dark reddish brown. I do the wheels with this afterwards as well, because the way it dries, it is just it's just good. Let me just see that we mix here now. Yes. Green Stuff World, man. Such good paint. Right, so we do this. We give it about 50-50. Mix. All right, happiness. Now this is a much darker brown. So underneath there where we did that, to the lower half, closer to the bottom, just touch it with the dark. Okay, so I'm gonna, under this mark here for me, that is where I want a darker shade. In there, you can go nice and dark. That's what your eyes want. It's in between it's basically the shade at the back there. All right, now, if you look at the bogey as it sits here, the bottom half of it, don't worry about overspray. You can spray over, that's fine. Bottom half of it, you just touch with this just to give it some depth. At the back side there, where a camera will pick it up, you know, all the far sides, nail it there. Don't worry too much. Okay. Now you will see something that will buck the crap out of you. It's the top of the, remember I said to you, the top of the bogey. That we do with a brush, we do that dead stone last. That needs to be dark, dark, dark. Alright, so underneath here, are we done? Are we happy with it? Outer edges this time, eh? Works the opposite of what we did last time. This is the dark color, so the bit in the middle is the shading, so it needs to work the other way around. So you give it a nice dark line right around the edges. Leave your light brown in the middle. Right. Remember to do the front shading there as well. Now you immediately see the contrast, how it goes away. Now you do the same on the edge, eh? Over what you spray. Okay, so it works the same on the pilot and the front here. Bottom half, just go darker. See there. That is what you want. We do the same at the back. Okay. Do it. Right, let's get in here. Oops. Okay. Bottom of the bogey. Always fill in the side of the that you don't get shade. Okay, cool. Right. I think I'm happiness. We've done all the bogies here. Yeah, we've done the bogies. So now that's good. Chuck it back in its little place. Now you can clean the brush. Let me just think. Yeah, no, the rest is all washes. Yeah, the rest is all brushwork. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have a smoke and then we'll be back and we'll do the rest of this thing. We're in the final stretch. We're almost home. Okay, see you just now.